Hey Corndale kids, how many of you have ever worried about something? Is worrying just for grown-ups?
No!
No way, I know you guys have worried about stuff too. So what are some of the things you worry about?
Not getting to see my friends again because of the coronavirus.
Not getting the last cookie in the cookie jar.
Maybe you guys worry about those same things, or maybe you worry about different things, like getting good grades in school, or doing the best job you can at the sport you love, or maybe you worry about your family, or you know somebody who is sick and you're just worried that they will never get better. Did you know that the Bible tells us exactly what we can do with worry? Philippians 4:6 says this: do not worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything, tell God what you need, and thank Him for all He has done. That's pretty good advice, isn't it? The Bible is full of good stuff like that. The Bible tells us to do 3 things if we start to get worried. Step 1.
Don't worry, stop it.
That's right, don't worry about it. If you find yourself getting worried or anxious, then just stop it. Make a decision to do something about your worry. God doesn't want you to have to carry around all that heavy weight. Step 2.
Pray.
Pray about it. Ask God to help you, because if you try to stop worrying on your own in your own strength, you will fail. Step 3.
Thank God.
Thank God. One of the best ways to stop worrying about what might happen is to thank God for all the good stuff that has happened. What has God done in your life? Make a list and thank God for loving you enough to help you through your worry. So now that you know how to stop worrying, what happens next? What happens when we learn to stop worrying? We're just going to continue on in Philippians and check out this verse, Philippians 4:7. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and your minds as you live in Christ Jesus. When you stop worrying, God gives you peace. Peace means freedom from frenzy. Have any of you ever run around at recess in a frenzy? What is a frenzy?
Going all crazy.
Going all crazy, that's right. Did you guys know that you can have frenzied thoughts too? Like?
God doesn't love you.
Thinking you're not smart or pretty enough.
Thinking your friends don't like you.
Thinking you might get sick from the coronavirus.
Those are all frenzied thoughts, and they go crazy around our head. What does a frenzy at recess look like, you guys? Oh, okay, that's a good example of a frenzy, right? Going all crazy, and you can go crazy in your mind. Remember what Philippians 4:7 says, that God's peace exceeds anything we can understand. So that's really just a fancy way for saying that God's peace is smarter than our brains. Like Henry, when your brain tells you what?
When your brain tells you that God doesn't love you, don't believe it.
When your brain tells you that you aren't smart or pretty enough, wrong.
When your brain tells you that your friends don't like you, stop right there.
When your brain tells you to worry about everything because of the coronavirus, no way, Jose.
That's right, they got it down, don't they? When you learn to start thinking right about all these things, something special happens inside you. God's peace makes your heart feel better. And that's what the last part of this verse means. God's peace will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. All those frenzied thoughts and all the frenzy in your heart, you won't feel that frenzy anymore. Let's review those 2 verses all together now. Philippians 4:6 and 7 says, do not worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything, tell God what you need, and thank Him for all He has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand, and His peace will guard your heart and your mind as you live in Christ Jesus. Remember, don't worry. Pray and ask God for help and thank God for all He has done. And then, the best part of all, your heart will have peace. And it's a peace we don't understand because it doesn't make sense, because it's from Jesus. Even in the middle of all this crazy coronavirus frenzy, you can have peace because you belong to Jesus Christ. And that's an awesome promise. We'll see you guys next time.